Imagine a city that never sleeps, a city that has witnessed legends rise, shine, and slowly fade away. But this time, something feels different. Is it true that has officially become the new king of Las Vegas? Or is this a title given far too soon? Welcome to the Bumars channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe now, because what you're about to hear today might completely change the way you see the music industry forever. Why are the media suddenly calling him bigger than the legends? What's really happening behind that grand stage? And is this the beginning of a new era or the start of something far more shocking?
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hey.
Las Vegas is not just a city. It is a living stage, a place where time seems to stand still while somehow moving faster than anywhere else in the world. The neon lights never go out, the sound of slot machines never truly fades, and the grand stages have silently witnessed the rise and fall of countless legends. Great names once dominated the city, leaving behind legacies that refuse to disappear. And now, in the middle of all that familiar chaos, one name has once again shaken the very foundation of the entertainment capital of the world in a way no one expected. Bruno Mars, a name the world already knows. And yet, what is happening right now is not just another success story. This is not simply about sold-out shows or deafening cheers from the crowd. This feels deeper, bigger, and perhaps more mysterious than what appears on the surface. When the media began calling him the new king of Las Vegas, people paused. Some believed it instantly. Others questioned it. But a quieter, more unsettling question began to grow in the minds of many. How can a modern artist stand beside, or even surpass, the shadows of legends so deeply rooted in this city? Is this truly about talent? Or is there something we're not seeing? That night, Las Vegas felt different. The streets were filled not just with people attending a concert, but with individuals who seemed to sense they were about to witness something historic, even if they couldn't fully explain why. The usual excitement transformed into something else, an almost unspoken collective energy. And when the lights dimmed, no one was ready. Didn't just perform. He took control. Every step, every note, every movement felt precise yet effortless. The audience didn't just cheer, they were pulled into a world he created in real time. A world where time lost its meaning, and the only thing that mattered was the moment unfolding before them. But what made it feel different wasn't just the performance. It was the connection. There was something deeply personal in the way he interacted with the crowd, as if he wasn't performing for thousands, but for each individual person at the same time. His gaze, his smile, even the pauses between songs, they all felt intentional, like pieces of a larger story that hadn't fully revealed itself yet. And that's where the mystery began. Some observers started asking questions. Was this simply the result of years of experience? Or was there a deeper strategy behind everything unfolding on that stage? Because one thing became clear, what was happening in Las Vegas was not accidental. This wasn't his first time performing in the city, but this time everything felt amplified. The scale, the impact, even the way people talked about it. The word king is not used lightly in Las Vegas. It carries history, weight, and consequences. Yet behind the praise, quiet whispers began to emerge. Questions not everyone dared to say out loud. Has he really reached that level? Or is the world simply searching for a new icon? Some critics looked closer. They studied the details others might miss, the structure of the setlist, the transitions between songs, even how the lighting shifted with emotional precision. And the more they analyzed, the more questions appeared. Was this all carefully designed? Or was it pure instinct? Meanwhile, the fans felt something entirely different. They didn't care about theories or breakdowns. What mattered was the feeling. And that feeling was real. Some said they cried without knowing why. Others claimed they experienced an energy unlike anything they had ever felt at a concert before. A few even described it as life-changing. Was that an exaggeration? Maybe. But when so many people feel the same thing, can it still be called coincidence? Amid all of this, one truth became impossible to ignore. Bruno Mars wasn't just performing. He was building something. A legacy. But every great legacy comes with risks, expectations, pressure, and the most dangerous of all, comparison. Because in a city like Las Vegas, the past never truly disappears. It lingers. It watches. It waits to be compared. And that's where the biggest question begins. Is Bruno Mars truly replacing the legends? Or is he creating an illusion so powerful that the world has chosen to believe it? Fans began debating intensely online. What started as simple discussions turned into heated arguments. Some insisted this was a new era, that he brought something fresh and relevant for today's generation. Others strongly disagreed. They argued that legends cannot be replaced, that the title of king should not be handed out so easily. And in the middle of all this noise, something even more intriguing stood out. Bruno Mars himself never claimed the title. He never said he was the greatest. He never called himself a king. And somehow, that made everything even more powerful. Because the title didn't come from him. It came from others, from the media, from the fans, from the world. And maybe that's what makes it so dangerous. Because when the world begins to believe in a narrative, that narrative can become reality. But is this reality? Or just a story we've all chosen to believe? As time goes on, one thing becomes increasingly clear. What's happening in Las Vegas is not just about music. It's about influence, perception, the power of one person to reshape how we see something that has existed for decades. And perhaps that is Bruno Mars' greatest strength. Not just his voice, not just his performance, but his ability to make the world believe. So now the question remains, if the world has already begun to believe he is the new king of Las Vegas, does that mean he truly is? Or are we witnessing the beginning of one of the greatest illusions in music history? And if one day the truth finally reveals itself, will we still see him the same way? Or will everything change in an instant? So, what do you think? Does truly deserve to be called the new king of Las Vegas? Or is this all part of a much bigger narrative hiding something we still don't understand? And as the nights in Las Vegas continue to unfold, something even more unsettling begins to take shape beneath the surface of the spectacle. The crowds are still roaring, the tickets are still vanishing within minutes, and the lights still shine just as brightly. But there is a shift, subtle yet undeniable, in the way people are watching now. It is no longer just admiration. It is observation. It is curiosity. It is anticipation. Because when a narrative grows this powerful, people begin to look for cracks. Some insiders have quietly hinted that what's happening might be more calculated than it appears. Not in a negative way, but in a way that suggests long-term vision. Every move, every appearance, every silence, it all feels like part of a larger design that hasn't fully revealed itself yet. And that raises an even deeper question. Is this moment the peak or just the beginning of something far bigger? Meanwhile, fans who once came only for the music are now leaving with questions they didn't expect to ask. Why did certain songs feel more emotional than before? Why did certain pauses feel almost intentional, as if something was being communicated without words? And perhaps most intriguingly, why does it feel like the story is still incomplete? There is a growing belief among some that Las Vegas is not the final destination for this era but merely the stage where the transformation is happening. A testing ground, a place where something is being shaped before it is revealed to the world on a much larger scale. And if that is true, then what we are witnessing right now might not be the conclusion of a legacy, but the opening chapter of a much bigger story. A story that could redefine not just Las Vegas, but the entire global music landscape. So now, as the lights dim once again and the echoes of applause slowly fade into the endless Vegas night, one question refuses to disappear. Is Bruno Mars truly the new king of Las Vegas? Or are we all unknowingly watching the rise of something even greater, something that hasn't yet shown its true form? And if the crown has already been placed on his head, who If anyone could ever take it away,